Hello, everybody. Welcome to Turntable Currents. Obviously, you can see we're in a different spot. There's no records in here. It's quiet, echoey, and the reason being is I brought you back to the original space cave. This is it. This is the room. That I did all those videos way back when, starting on a record store day, 2010. Some on a Saturday like this. Yeah. Well, what has happened is I bought this house about 20 years ago and lived in here for many years, over a decade, and then I moved, bought a new place, new space cave, much larger room, and I've held on to this house, rented it out a few times, and just have had it. But we've come to the point where we've decided to sell it, and it's a done deal. So. Yeah, I wanted to come back and do a last video here as kind of like a tribute to my early days in the vinyl community here, and just kind of reminisce a little bit. What can I say? This room, it's a small room, but it holds a lot of memories, a lot of explorations and sound and knowledge. Friendships made within these walls. I bet if you stuck a stethoscope or your ear to the wall, you'd probably still hear some residual sounds from the years of the endless music I spun in this area. Actually, right here is my final spot where I had my turntable up on a shelf here. When I started, I didn't have many records. I always had maybe 100 or 200 that I always carried with me since I was a child, and always kept them, in a good spot. And I actually had them in a closet here, and it just grew and grew and grew. And as you can see, I think originally when I first started organizing, I had 8 cubes, and I think I have over 130 something cubes now, maybe more, with an overflow of records that I need to get some more shelves. So it's been a labor of love to move them. I remember when I moved from this house, it was like 96 boxes of records that I moved into my new house, and just kind of put them in this large area until I could get everything organized. And but here in this corner here, I'm not going to show you, but this corner, there's a little corner here. This is where it all started. I had my computer in my desk, and eventually, when I started growing and needing a space, the camera was, or the computer was over here, and then I did the videos in the middle of the room. But it's kind of bittersweet because me and my lady are ready to move on with our lives, the next chapter in our lives, but at the same time, I'm a very sentimental person, obviously, and so I hold this place in a high regard, and I don't know, I really found some love in this room. A lot of late nights in here, early mornings. Sitting on the floor, sitting in a chair, zoning out, meditating. I did a lot of meditation in this room as well. And it's, like I said, I'm ready to move on. But this is the original Space Cave. When I sometimes say Space Cave number 2 in the other videos, but this is number 1. And, it's changed a little bit. The wall color, the walls used to be green, if you remember my old videos. And but I want to recognize I've had a few people from the vinyl community over the years that I've made friends with, and I'm still friends with, come into this room. I had David Horowitz, I think was the first one, Sequoia Flame. If you listen to the walls, you could probably still hear his laughter in the walls. But he came here, I think, once or twice. But we shared some time in here. Memphis Vinyl Jim came here a few times with the missus, and we did a joint video in here. And it might have been the first time that the missus revealed her face, because I wanted her to be included in the video. And then of course Citizen Toxie 69, he's been here several times, spent the night, spent the weekend, and we had a lot of laughs and a lot of stone nights in this room. But those are some of the memories. But you know, when I first discovered the vinyl community, it was a late night of just, you know, the internet's changed so much, YouTube, but I used to watch YouTube videos, and I started watching vinyl videos, and I think the very first one was pretty much like a lot of us, is Mr. Hall of Fame, Brandon. He was real quiet and kind of timid. Never showed his face as well. And so I kind of took inspiration and lead from that, and just dove into his videos. He had an amazing collection. He still does. We've lost touch. I don't know if we were really ever that close, but one of the originators, and there was like 4 or 5 of us that were making videos. Blue Naz was another one. I don't know if people remember him. I believe he's from Canada as well. As Dan from Canada, that was another one that those are the 3 core people I used to watch. Then came, you know, Rob in Boston, Rob in Chicago, Ilolovox. I might get tongue-tied. So many others. David Sequoia Flame. God, my mind's gone blank right now. But this is the room. I remember one late night I was going through insomnia, and that's when I met Memphis Vinyl Jim, and we became friends. He was just checking on my condition, you know, and you know, we shared a lot of conversations and thoughts and good times. So those are a lot of memories. I think of my whole house, you know, and all the people that I've crossed the threshold and that are no longer here, or, you know, have grown apart, or whatever it is. I experienced death in this house, not in the house, but I did a video where I came home on lunch break and my wife's father had passed away. I've had births in this house, not in the house, but while in the house. My niece and countless others. But it holds a lot. It holds a lot for me, and it's special. It's a special, and there's part of me that I've been really reminiscing and really going through the mind games of just thinking about the house and is this the right decision? Is this blah blah blah? And I think it is. It's healthy. As much as I like to hold on to things, but as long as I have it in my heart and my mind, that's all I can do. Can't all take it with you, right? But this is the room I rediscovered my vinyl collection. When I first moved here, 2006, I had boxes of stuff around. I just had chaos and clutter in here. There was nothing on the walls, you know. I don't even think I had painted it from when we bought it. And I was in here one late night, and my lady, she was either watching TV or gone to sleep. And so I came in here and I was sitting on the floor. I had carpet in here, and I was sitting on the floor, and I had my records just kind of piled up against this wall right here. And, you know, I was trying to get everything organized and blah, blah, blah. And I started thumbing through them. You know, some were newer, some were older. I had my turntable that I had it boxed up still, speakers, and so I kind of started setting things up. And I got out the turntable, was looking at it. Technics turntable, which I still have. It's taking a break. I currently have a project, and so once I got that, I kind of rested that other one, so it's packed up in a closet. I had my Pioneer 6-disc changer and Pioneer receiver that I had since I was probably about 14 or so. Always took care of it. I got it on a birthday. And I had these KLH speakers. They were pretty big, and I had these old vintage Bose speaker, which I have the Bose speaker still as well. But I just sit here and I was just thumbing through my albums, and I'm like, you know what, man? I need to rediscover this. I was a big on CDs. I always had the biggest CD collection, CD wall growing up, but I always had my records, but they weren't the main source of my listening pleasures. And so I would still buy records, and still, you know, when I find them in 50 cent or dollar bins or whatever it was, I would pick them up if I saw them, if something I liked or wanted. And I remember one particular album that I was just sitting here, and it kind of hypnotized me for some reason. And I said, you know, I want to listen to this. I think I had bought it in a dollar bin or a estate sale or something. And so it was just kind of there. And I don't even think I listened to it. But anyways, I pulled it out and started spinning records again. And then I was under the spell again. And then I wanted to take care of it. I wanted to display my albums out again, not in the closet. I got them all out, displayed them, and then just started. Next thing I know, I was buying them again and again and again and again until it's grown into this mass amount of records. But while I was here, I came out here to get something from the house. But I brought this one record. I brought the record that started my vinyl community journey again, and then into the vinyl community. Nothing special to anybody. Mostly, you know, I'm a huge Beatles, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Doors, on fan. And because of this album, this is the album that it helped me explore this band, because I love this genre of music anyways. And but I wanted to bring it, and just to kind of mark this occasion of, you know, in tribute and to love of the Space Cave. And that was Savoy Brown's Step Further. This is the album. I was sitting on the floor here behind me, and this caught my eye. And, you know, I love British blues, you know, especially with Peter Green. Peter Green probably being my second favorite guitarist. But I dove right back in, man. And so I wanted to bring this out and this is what started it again. This is what started my interest and love in music again. And, you know, it's a great album as well. But man, this pushed me into all these memories and all this joy and exploring I've done. The late night trips, the early morning trips, the nights of insomnia, the nights of emotion and tears and excitement, dancing, celebration of life, friendship, Memphis Vinyl Gym, Sequoia Flame, the laughter, Row, the embraces, Rob in Boston, Yolovox, and so many countless others. We've lost members of the vinyl community over the last few years, and they all remain in this room and hold a special part of everything. LJ, it's been beautiful, and I still communicate with a lot of people I've made more friendships. I've kept in touch with people that never make videos anymore, but we're still friends in some capacity through social media, and I'd like to hold on to them. I don't know if you guys remember a guy named Dave Perry. I can't remember his channel, but he reached out to me with a touching, just his admiration and his admiration for me, and just made me really feel good after years of not really speaking and in each other's lives like we were because of these videos. I was doing 3 or 4 videos a week. I was into it. It was fun because you could share and you can grow and learn from other people. And I did learn a lot from people. As much as I know about music, I soon discovered, sorry that cut off. But anyways, yeah, this is the place, man. Space is the place. A lot of memories, a lot of moments in here. But again, I wanted to come and give tribute and memory to my days here in the vinyl community. It's going to continue, and then it's always going to be Space Cave, the Space Cave. Space is the place, as I said. That's where I go, man, when I play my records, and I think about past memories, and it's kind of a ritual. It really is a ritual. You have to take the time, first the money and the care for your records, but also the ritual of changing. I always burn incense when I play, because it's always very I don't know, it's spiritual to me. It's meaningful. But anyways, yeah. Last time I'll say this in this room. Take care, everybody. And I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.